Hi, Mary. Good to see you this morning. I guess we say see you even though we're not really seeing people, but we see your name. We're glad you're here. It's Monday, as many of you know. Hello, Crafty Kathy and Crystal. Here's Teresa today. I wasn't showing your face, Teresa, but there you are. And Darlene's here and Nancy. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday, Bonnie. We're pretty excited because after let's see, what's February to July? Like 5 months? And after 5 months, the stamping foam from Simon Hurley is back in stock. And many of you got this already because we had a lot of people waiting for it. And thank you for your patience. We can't help it if Ranger is, I don't know, out of stuff, trying to get stuff in from China or whatever, but it's back in stock.
Ooh,
and
Taiwan, it says. Made in Taiwan.
Okay, that's where it came from then. And Teresa's going to give us a little, I don't know, what do you call it, a refresher?
Yes, a refresher. And the fun thing is you get four pieces, and they're $4.99. So it's like a little more than $1 a piece. I guess $1.25.
Yeah, that seems really low.
Yeah. So you could share it with a friend or save them, and I'll be demoing this again. So we've got lots of them on hand now. If you didn't get it the first time,
if you didn't get it, you're going to want it today.
Yeah.
Teresa, it looks like you're doing some Christmassy
things.
Yep,
we're still
today.
in Christmas in
July. Hey, everybody, don't you love Teresa's antlers? She's always
We still have Christmas
festive.
stuff on sale.
We should mention that. We still have a whole category of Christmas that's 40 to 50% off. And if you're just joining us or you've never been here before, we're memory bound and we're in Iowa. And we're happy to see you. We're happy to see everybody on this fine Monday morning. We actually, 2 years ago, Dawn and I were in Las Vegas at a trade show when the grasshopper invasion hit. We were just watching videos from it this morning on Dawn's phone. And the trade show's going on right now again, but it's virtual this year, again, like last year. So we're going to be bringing in a lot of new products and classes. We're learning things, and we can't wait to share everything. So we're going to have Teresa demo her stamping foam. First. And we've got lots of new products. Should we do that really quick, Teresa? We have some new product to show, so I think we'll do that real quick. And, want to start right there?
Sure.
These are kind of like chipboard, decorative chips they're called.
You can see how thin they are.
Wow, that's kind of glaring a little bit. There we go. So you can pop those out and add some depth to your projects. I think those would be nice on mixed media.
I bet those would be fun to spray or to ink.
How much are they, Teresa?
Those are $3.99.
$3.99, and we've got the thank you and then the celebration. Oh, celebration. Okay, and then back in stock is the Build an Album, and Katie had made a really cute summer album with this. It's from Photoplay, and those are finally back in stock. So we were glad to see those.
Yep, those are $11.99.
We got several different My Favorite Things dies, and these products are all back in stock. And what's that? The wonky circle,
the stitched frame. That's the scallop.
We got the wonky square, the wonky rectangle. These are all online if you want to check them out in detail under dies and My Favorite Things. Oh, now that's a new one.
Yeah.
That is a new one.
It's called Cross Stitch Rectangle, and I just can't wait to see what this does. Because, it looks like I used to cross stitch a lot, and it looks like the little holes in the fabric.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You die cut your paper, and then you can cross stitch a pattern on your card or project. So that's really neat. Good morning, everyone. If you're just joining us, it's Monday, and that means Teresa's here.
We also have the rectangle in the My Favorite Things stencil.
The stencil extraordinaire is back. I love those. Those are one of my favorites. And Teresa, what about these?
Yeah.
There's something special about these.
So these are the labels, and this is a tag, a tall tag, and this is the rip strips. Right. So next week, next Monday, I'm going to be demoing, if you guys remember the nuggets that you can put in a little plastic container and put on a tag, super cute. And then there's one for lip balm.
Yep,
too.
good treat, good little treat ideas.
So I'm going to be doing those next week. So these kind of go, these dies go with it. So if you need those, yes, you'll be seeing those soon. Oh, because these are the stamps. This one is called Sending Smooches, and it's got Christmas and Valentine and just generic.
So it's puns about if you're going to give somebody like a lip smacker or something like that.
And then this one is Sweet Celebrations, and this one's more for the chocolate. I know the one that I like is Open in Case of Emergency.
Oh,
is that what it says?
That is on there,
yeah. Open in Case of Emergency.
That's fun.
I'll be using these stamps too. Then we've got 2 flower
stitched
sets.
flowers are back, so you can see those. We've had those a lot before. I have both of those at home.
Yeah, and then a Christmas one, perfect.
Christmas lights, so that's back in stock. And I think we called a few people last weekend to get you those. And then these are the doilies that from Doodlebug that are just nice accent pieces, or hey, if you're having a luncheon or something, they work really well for that too.
You get 75 for $5.99, so that's a good deal. Then we've got some new metallic pigment ink, and this is the rose gold.
And Diana showed us the silver and the gold when she did the bokeh, and now we have the rose gold.
Looks really pretty.
It is. It looks very light.
All right, then we've got some Stamperia stuff.
Which we had this paper pack. Maggie kind of fell in love with that. And what we got to go with it now are stickers, chipboard stickers, and the little die cuts, which the die cuts are actually chipboard. So you'll see like paint brushes and inks and palettes and all kinds of fun things in those packages. And that's going to be online if you go to our new category and go to Stamperia.
All right, so then we've got some paper, which is fun, and it's printable. So I'm very excited to see how this works. It's like glittery paper. So this is white glitter cardstock, and it's $11.99, and you get 15 sheets of that.
So we have white, and we have gold and silver. Teresa, I didn't know those were printable.
Yeah.
So you could make invitations, or here they made like table numbers.
That's what they show like right there. That's so cool that you can print on it, because normally you can't print on this paper.
You can't at all.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. That's really cool.
That'll be fun. All right, we've got this back in stock.
Now that's just a die, but it's the photo play. Is it Busy Bees? Busy Bees, and that was lots of people have been waiting for that.
Yeah. So if you bought the stamp, you probably need the die.
Yes.
It's back in stock.
We're sorry it took a long. Okay, how much? Real quick, Teresa. How much are the two things from Stamperia?
$5.99 for the cuts, and the chipboard is $3.99.
Okay, $3.99 for the chipboard and $5.99. I forgot to watch comments. I better do that.
Then we've got some square stencils going on here, and these have stars, and I'm not really sure.
So that's for bokeh. That's a star stencil from Maker Forte, and Diana showed us the circle ones for doing bokeh, and then this came in, and this is the star one.
The stars,
and how much is
that? That's
And
$15.99.
then it looks like you get 3 stencils in there. Very cool. And then we also got in a couple new stamp sets from Colorado Craft Company. Oh my gosh, look at that little doggy.
Yeah, this one's called On the Lookout for $16.99. Very cute. Katie liked that. I think I see him stamp for the little dog really looking out the window. Very cute. And then the other one is Teamwork.
and this is that artist. Her first name is Anita. She illustrates books, and I'm sorry, I don't remember what book she's illustrated, but she's a famous designer.
Very cute.
Those are super cute. And then let's just run through a few of the die cuts that came in. We got a die cut order, and we got martial arts. We're just going to go through them real quick. Paramedic. Now that's a new one. We never had paramedic before. Okay, we got that one.
Ooh, the big one. Memory bound ones.
We have our memory bound logo thing. So if you visit us and you want to do a layout or something, we've got it.
This
Book Buddy is brand new. We got the volleyball title.
Track
and field. I'm going to try to come over here so it doesn't glare.
Punta Cana, is that new?
That is new. Here, maybe go like this. There we go.
Sorry.
If it's real straight, there we go. Now we can see it perfect.
Oh, getting ready for the fair.
We are. Look at the Tooth Fairy.
Cardinals. I don't know how they're doing this year, but I'm a Cubs fan, so.
This Pumpkin Patch.
Pumpkin Patch. Oh, I Love Iowa. Is that new? I don't remember seeing that one.
I think we had that one.
That's a good one, yeah. Iowa State Fair, another one.
Got the barn.
Zip lining.
These are nice because they just kind of make your page.
Ankeny football. Uh-oh.
There might be some duplicates in there.
Ooh, Play-Doh.
Okay, Autumn Splendor.
Apple Orchard. We've got some fall ones coming up here. Pumpkin carving pumpkins. Another state fair.
I think the corn dogs are
I like
hilarious.
that one, yeah. Coffee. Cross country, did I show that one? Donuts.
Okay.
Another running
Finish
one.
line.
Estes Park, got 2 of them. Oh, first day at kindergarten, you want to get that before. And then we've got the Freedom Rock back in. Glacier Park, a piano, homecoming.
Teresa, you're really good at
Another
this.
state fair.
Oh, Badlands.
Badlands, is that one new?
I think that might be. I don't remember it.
Did I show that one?
Martial
Martial
arts.
Ooh, a monkey. I know we have a big monkey, but this is a little monkey. He's kind of cute. Tennis balls. And more instruments. We must have had a run on instruments.
Yeah, I think we did. Got the
Taekwondo.
piano. Oh, that's Taekwondo with a girl, too. So.
Oh, it is. Grand Teton.
Water Park is really cute.
Just the word Colorado.
Okay, and then we got a couple local colleges.
Yep. The Storm.
Oh, that's not a college. That's down. Yeah, that is. Sorry, Teresa, that is. I'm looking ahead at Down on the Farm. That's
Down on the Farm.
Cute. You just have to add your pictures. And okay, I think that does it. All right. So Teresa, we're ready for your demo.
Time to demo?
It's time to demo. So if you're just joining us, Teresa's here because it's Monday, and that's always a special day. And she's going to show us the Simon Hurley Stamping Foam.
Simon Hurley. And for those of you that weren't here, they're $4.99, and you get 4 of these foam blocks.
And everyone, you're going to be amazed.
Yes,
totally
it's
amazed.
So much fun. It's a fun, inexpensive tool that you can add to your collection and do all sorts of fun things. And I'm going to show you. There's a variety of different things that you can do with it. It's really hard. I don't know if I should show it first.
What do you want to show? Maybe you should show it first.
Yeah. How about I show it first?
Because it will make more sense. And then you can show your cards here.
Yeah. So the first thing, I should have brought a heat tool over. You need to have a heat tool. So this is going to be fun because I'm going to try and heat and talk at the same time.
Oh.
And so that you can still hear me. So if people can't hear me, just say, yell louder.
Yeah, she can, and Teresa can do it, believe me.
All right, so here's your foam, and you're just going to hold on to it, and then you're going to heat it for 15 to 20 seconds.
So Teresa, you got your heat tool going a little early just to get it heated up.
I was warming up my heat tool. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to impress it into something to get the texture on your piece. And see, there was a little mark on there. I'm just heating it up so it goes away. So you're just heating up the surface, and you just want to keep going over it with your heat tool so it warms up. And when your heat tool's on, you just want to let it warm up a little bit to start.
So it's basically you're going to make an impression into the stamping foam.
You're going to make your own stamp.
Yes, okay, that is a good way to put it.
And then I'm just going to put it on there, and I'm going to use a block just to get a nice
to make it
image.
Even.
Yep.
I've seen Simon Hurley do this. Oh my gosh.
And then you can see the impression. And the nice thing is, if you don't get a good impression, like right there, I kind of missed that corner, you can just heat it and do it again. So you'll see that in a minute. So now I've got my stamp there.
It's like a temporary stamp.
Yeah, it's a temporary stamp. And I'm going to take my...
let's look at Teresa's collection.
I'm going to use Rustic Wilderness. Yes, these are all my oxides. And now that Tim has a new color out, I'm going to have to buy a new one of these because I have 2 of my oxides, and they're full.
Oh, well, you need
so,
more. You need more
I'm
anyway.
gonna have to buy a new tin, but of course I have them in rainbow color.
They're kind of nice because they hold 15 ink pads, and they just slip down in, and you can see what you've got.
Yeah.
And what are you using again?
So I'm using Rustic Wilderness. And so I'm just gonna rub, for this one, I'll show you other things you can do, but I'm just gonna rub the ink over. Now,
everyone, you're going to love this.
I'm
it's
using
amazing.
oxides, but you can use the regular Distress ink. And the other thing that you can do, you can stamp with it right away, but as I'm sitting here talking, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my sprayer, and you know this sprayer has two ways that you can do it. You can go slow and there's just little drops, or you can do it fast and there's a nice mist. And I usually do the mist. And so I'm just going to give this a little mist, and I'm holding it kind of up high.
Let me get back a little bit so we can see. Okay.
I'm holding it up high because I don't like a lot of water on it, but it gives it a little bit of a watercolor look. And then I can just center it in the middle. Well, it moved, but that's all right. And then I'm using a block just to give it really good pressure. And I also have it on my glass mat because I like to have a sturdy base as well. And there you can see that it stamped the embossing folder. So this is the new Sizzix, what's it called? Holly, and it's $10.99. And this is the 3D embossing folder.
It's
so I really
Holly?
like, yeah, it's called Holly.
Holly, and it's $10.99.
Yep. And I really like the 3D. Those are fun to use, but this is just another way that you can use, one, your embossing folder, and two, your
it looks like
stamping
flowers.
foam. Yeah. It's Holly, but
it's Holly, but you can use it for a lot of things.
I'll show the card here. So I made two cards, and you can see, here's this one. I got a little bit more ink on here. So that's that image. So the reason I did two, can you see the difference? This one is the negative, and this one is the positive. So you have two sides on your embossing folder.
Oh,
so when I did this side, it pushed the flower in. If I would use my foam on this side, it's going to push the flower out. So this one pushed it out. Does that make sense?
It does.
And so I think that's really pretty.
That is.
And I use the new...
yeah, what's your pine cone?
The pine cone is the new Spellbinders one. And that's $21.99.
It's called Christmas Blooms.
And I've used that a couple times. We also have the Tim Holtz one, the Funky Festive. So you could use, I really like pine cones. And so that's $19.99. Yeah, they both have pine cones. And then the little sentiment, you guys, you know, I used this last week.
That's called Mini Christmas Greetings.
Yeah, and that's fun.
So that's how you made this card.
Yep.
It looks like, you know how they do that stamping? Like screen printing?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looks like,
yeah.
Teresa. And what a nice, simple card.
Yeah, and that's the Rustic Wilderness that I used on that one. So
we'll have to, if you've already got the stamping foam, put a little message in and let us know if you've used it and what you used it on. So everybody that doesn't have one can kind of see all the cool things.
So then you just want to clean it off, and you can spray it with water, or people have used a baby wipe too. I probably should have gotten a baby wipe.
Oh.
But that's okay. But the water will take it off for the most part. I use water a lot, but most people, I have baby wipes in my crafting room, and it just wipes right off. Now you can leave that image on there. If you are going to make a whole bunch, or you really like the image, or you think you want to use it again. The thing with the foam is you really need to learn your own heat tool and how long it takes to heat it up. Because some heat tools are warmer than other heat tools, so you're just going to have to experiment.
Okay, now this is magic.
Now you're going to see it's going to go away.
And Deborah made the comment, it looks like batik.
Oh yeah,
it definitely does.
That's it.
All right, let me get a good angle here so that we can see it.
I
We've
know.
got kind of a glare. Cheryl says a good review. She forgot why she ordered it. I know Kendra did say she called somebody and they had to ask what it was.
Yeah.
Because it had
Why
been
did
so
you
many
get
months.
this to me?
What is it?
Okay, so what I'm going to say now is, where's my next thing? I'm going to show you other things you can use. So this, you can use it on your stencils that you have. And this is one of the new ones from his set. What's it called? Where did I put it? I know it's here somewhere.
The new mini set?
There it is. This is from Mini Stencil Set 51. It has the road map, the dots, and the rainbows. And I really like the mini set. So what you're going to do is you're going to heat it up again.
Stencil. Are you caught on your cord?
Caught on the cord. So you can see, maybe you can see it. I don't know. You can't really see it very well. Maybe you can.
Here, Teresa. Just does it show on the back of that?
Maybe that's better. So you can see that looks like,
lay it flat. Maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
That looks like a road map. So I'm going to do the same thing with the stencil. Still, I'm going to heat it up for about 15 seconds. Just to make sure that I get, and you just want to keep kind of moving it around so that all areas of your, maybe if I keep it away from my microphone, it's better. All areas of your foam are getting heat. I never know. At home, I watch the clock. I never know how long 15 to 20 seconds is.
Well, Teresa, while you're doing that, we have a question from Beth.
Yeah.
She says, can you ink it with embossing ink and stamp the image? And will Versa ink ruin the foam? Will Versa ink ruin the foam?
Versa ink? I don't think so.
Probably a permanent ink would ruin your foam.
Yeah. I mean, you're just going to need, maybe you would have to use the ink cleaner with it.
But so, could you do it with embossing ink, though? Stamp with embossing ink? I don't know why you couldn't if you clean it off.
Yeah.
We think you can. Teresa hasn't done it yet, and I say yet.
So this is the other reason why I was using my glass surface, because it's nice and smooth. So when you're pressing it into a stencil, you don't get other background.
Oh,
like if you have a wood table like I do.
Let's see it. Let me pull this
so
up
can you
so
see
we can
it?
see it.
It might be hard to see.
There, we can see it. Elena says it looks like cheesecloth. I think this could be a lot of things. Good suggestion. Are you doing the same color?
I'm going to use a little bit of the same color, and you can... Uh-oh, my foam isn't on. What happened?
Uh-oh, maybe you're going to use a different color.
There. All right. So you can use your foam brush to put ink on there.
Oh, that's right. Last time you just used the ink pad itself.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'll just get out some fire brick, I guess. And so you can, kind of put some ink on if you want to use different colors. I don't know if this worked very well. My image doesn't look very good. We'll try it.
Give it a try and see what happens.
It could be a fail. And you don't have to put it in the center of your paper. You can put it wherever. I'm going to show you.
Wherever you happen to be stamping.
Yeah.
And I don't
know. Nope, it didn't work. Either I didn't get enough ink on there, or my image isn't very good. I think my image isn't very good.
It's
you
really
can kind of
it's
see
really
it. It's
light.
really
you can
light.
see it, but it's very light.
Yeah, I don't think I got it maybe heated up enough.
Here we go again.
Let's try again. See, that's the nice
thing. We're heating again. So while she's doing that, if you're just joining us, Teresa's using the Simon Hurley Stamping Foam. And you get 4 pieces, so you can share it with a friend or keep it for yourself, and it's $4.99. And you can even use the small edges. You don't have to use the big surface. I don't know if Teresa was going to show that or not, but I think you did the last time.
Yeah.
And this came out last December, actually, and we discovered it in January. And Teresa showed it in February. And then our order did not arrive from Ranger till, 2 weeks ago, maybe, Teresa?
I should have saved all the samples that I made last time.
I know. I was thinking that, too.
I don't know where they are. They're probably around the store. Well, that turned out a little better. That's a little bit deeper. We'll see how it works. Well, that looks a little better. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah,
there.
look at that.
Maybe my my foam isn't as good as it should be. I'm just gonna spray, Kelly.
Oh, let me get back.
I don't want to spray your foam.
I need to have a white shirt on for this these projects.
Now this is gonna work better. I can tell already.
But it's good to know, Teresa, that even the pros sometimes have trouble.
So there you go. So you can stamp your
I'm surprised the stencil made a deep enough impression. I'm happy it did.
Well, and here's an example. Here's one of the cards that I made. So this is from the...
That's a stencil?
Yep, that's a stencil.
Oh, it looks dimensional.
It's from this one. This is Mini Stencil Set 50. It's from last year. And it has Christmas trees, snowflakes, and...
kind of greenery.
Greenery, yeah. And I have this one too. Oh, no, it's not this one. What am I saying? We have it. We have 3 Christmas stencils. I brought them all over. It's this one. Stencil number 37. Yeah, this one, because it's a shifter. So it has the trees, the lines, and the stars. That's a fun one. I like that one. And then this one is stencil set number 18. And this one has a sweater, which I like. Neat. I know that one would be really cool. And then your words. And then you can't really use words because it'll be backwards. And then your snowflakes.
Cool, very cool. But Teresa, that looks really dimensional.
But
I'm going to pull it up a little bit closer. Because it leaves that white around the trees, it looks like they've popped out, but they're really flat. And then the warm wishes, is that from the Spellbinders die?
Oh yeah, I had to grab that one.
So that looks neat, neat, neat. Love it.
Yeah, those are those words that are super skinny. Hey, Chris, can you grab this Christmas Spellbinder words? It's a fun set, but the words are real skinny. And then I want to show you the other one that I did with a stencil, which is this one, Let's Get Ugly. And this one you can see how, so I stamped onto the stencil. Okay. There's the stencil. It looks like a sweater. This is called Tula and Norbert's Christmas Party, Ugly Sweater and Stencil, 6x6. This is a big one. So that one worked really well. And so then I did, like I was trying to demo, I put ink on the, I took my blending tool and I inked it with 3 different colors.
Oh, you made a nice sweater then.
Yeah. And Tula and Norbert has some really fun.
Thank you.
Oh, and then after I stamped it, I die cut it with the sweater die. So you don't just necessarily have to stamp it on your paper. You can stamp it and then use your paper. And then I just wanted to show this fun stamp because look at that. If I had the stamp, I could have used that. Ugly Sweater Party, Eat, Drink, and Be Tacky. I like that.
So that's another Tula and Norbert Christmas Party, the stamp set.
And then there's the paper that I used. It's kind of fun. It's really bright. And we have 6x6 paper pads with this paper too. But if you like bright Christmas, that's what that is.
So Teresa, the question, Paula said stencil words would not be reversed, but stamps would. So if you did it in a stamp, the words would be reversed.
Okay.
Is that Paula's asking that?
I'm trying to think because you would put it down. They would, maybe they would be okay.
Do you have a word stamp?
I have a word stamp.
You have a word stencil.
Stencil. I don't have a word stamp, but if you put it down, yeah, you're right. That's right.
Stencils are good, but the stamps would be backwards.
Stamps would be backwards.
Thank you, Paula.
All right. Oh, I was going to show you this one too. This one was another, the 3D basket weave one, and it's a newer one from Tim. It's intertwined.
They should have called it basket weave.
Yeah, I know. Maybe there's already one out there, but intertwined. So it looks like a basket. So this is another one that I stamped the 3D image, and it just really looks like a basket. And then stamped it, and then I die cut it with a pot die.
Very, very cool, Teresa.
Yeah.
Now the word she's talking about earlier on this Warm Wishes.
Warm Wishes. Yeah.
Is this Spellbinders Create a Christmas Sentiment die. And there's a sample of it on the back. This is $18.99. It's so hard to see what the words are. And I can't read them in tape at the same time.
They have them up in the corner here.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I knew that. We talked about that. Okay,
they're really small. They're still kind of hard to read. But
your glasses are working just fine. We just can't zoom in on it. We can't focus. Wow, we still can't focus. Okay, let's try it like this. There we go. I just went to the eye doctor, and that's kind of what things look like when I was getting my eyes checked. But there you go. Merry Christmas, greetings, happy wishes, warm, and holidays.
Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to use a die cut to do something fun.
Oh.
And I'm trying to find what I had. I don't know where it is. So
now Carolyn asked how you use the shifters on the foam, and you can't really do shifters
You
on the
can't
foam.
really do shifters, but you can do part of it.
You can do it without shifting.
Yeah. Here it is. Okay. So this is the die that I used. We don't have this. It's discontinued. You can't get it. I'm sure we have the word wish on another
But there's other
dies.
There's
yes.
other.
This is just for example purposes only.
Teresa saw me looking for it on
know.
the table.
So, there's dies. See, I have a note. Discontinued. Don't use this in samples. And what did I do? I used it because this is the only kind of die that I have. So there's all kinds of dies that we have, though, that have a shadow.
Lots of honeybee dies.
Yeah. So you have the main word, and then you have a shadow piece. You don't want to use the main word. You're going to use the shadow piece that you have. So that's my shadow piece. And then I'm going to use it right on the foam. I'm not going to do this side because then, yes, that would be backwards, like a stamp.
So you can do a stamp then, and it would be right side. Well, let's see.
I don't think so. All right, so I'm going to heat it up again. I already heated it once.
You're reheating?
To get rid of the image that I used before, and I wiped it off clean. I don't know. You got to remember to do that.
This is so amazing, Teresa. I think a lot of people are loving this. It's such an inexpensive tool to add to your...
But you do need to have the heat tool, though, so... All right, so I think I've got it heated up. And then I'm just going to put that right on there. And I'm going to press down. Hopefully I'm getting a nice clean image.
Oh, I know we are.
There. So you can kind of see I've got a pretty deep image there. Yeah. And it just depends on how much of the image that you want to use. I'm just going over the entire block. You don't, and again, you guys don't have to spray it. I just like to give it a little spray because I like the watercolor look. See, I got a little blob there, which is fine. I like that. But you don't have to. It's just like any ink pad.
You could just directly ink.
Yeah.
Or stamp.
Ta-da!
Oh my gosh.
So then you could die cut the word. Remember I showed you the die cut the word wish, and you could put that right on there. Or you could probably do the same thing like with a die cut and stamp. So there's my card that I made.
Oh my gosh, you've got the road map
Yep,
behind
I got the road map. Sending you wishes across the miles. I thought that was fun to use that road map that way as a Christmas Christmas
cute,
card.
Teresa. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So I had forgotten how amazing this
use
technique
the die
is.
cuts, yeah. So that's kind of fun. All right, then, so you have your image. So you can just really use it on anything, any surface that has a texture. So think about all the textures that you have in your home. Last time I think I did it on my carpeting. You know, any texture.
Didn't you do your sweater or Dawn's
I
sweater
did my
or something?
sweater. Yeah, we did it on Dawn's sweater.
Teresa wore a special sweater that day.
Yeah, it was super bumpy, and so I just pressed it right onto that. But what I brought from home is just a piece of burlap that I had in my sewing room. So, you know, you could use burlap or whatever you have. So I'm going to have to heat it again to get rid of.
It's amazing, Teresa, that a fabric would give you a deep enough impression, I think.
Yeah. So I'm just heating. Are people making Christmas cards?
I don't know. I asked if who already had this and if they've used it and what they've used it on, and I haven't seen too many responses. I think they're just busy watching.
Okay.
That's okay.
Well, I tell you, for me, Christmas in July was a little bit of a struggle. I'm not ready for Christmas, but I understand making your... We've had several customers tell me that they're working on their Christmas cards already.
I think so too.
And they bought, you know, Christmas stuff that's on sale. So, all right. So then I'm just going to put it down. Sometimes I stand up just to make sure I get it a nice deep image.
That's a good reminder, Teresa, of all the stuff that we have that's 40 to 50% off in our Christmas category.
Now, I don't know how deep that is.
Good.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it turned out okay.
Good.
Like I said, if it doesn't come out deep, just reheat it and do it again. It's not going to go away.
You don't have to throw it away.
No, you don't have to throw it away. So,
well, Dorothy's working on her cards.
Yeah.
Michelle hasn't tried. She has a stamp foam, but hasn't used it yet.
Okay. Well, Michelle, get that out.
And Beth says they're all thinking about all the things at home that they can. The surfaces that they could use
I know,
to make
it's kind of
stamps
fun. I walked around my house and was looking all sorts of things.
Oh
that turned out pretty good, didn't it?
Cool. Oh my word.
Yeah, and that's just burlap. So you know you can use what you already have with this.
You don't have to buy a burlap stamp.
Yeah, you don't have to buy a burlap stamp. So there's the card I made. Last year he had those crazy cats. Snarky
cats for
Snarky
Christmas.
Cats Christmas. Which I love that set. It was, even though I'm not a cat lover, I sent it to people that were cat lovers. And then I used the stitched stamp.
That's the stamp I use a lot.
Yeah. And I just popped them up. Oh, and I also just kind of distressed the edge. Since it was burlap, I thought, you know, I wanted it to look like...
Did you use a paper distressor?
Yeah, I used the distressor. I had one here.
Teresa's looking
here
through a pile.
Yeah. Just to rough up the edges, and then I inked it.
So with this, it's got the little slots there, and you just run your paper across them. There's tiny blades in there, and it's a Tim Holtz product, and it is $6.49. I have one of those too.
Yeah.
So, very, very cute. Let's get an up-close look at this guy, because this is so cute. I love the tone-on-tone. Do you know what color of ink you use, Teresa?
On that one, I probably use the gathered twigs, because that's my go-to.
Like gathered twigs.
That's my go-to brown. Yep. And it was the you use the oxides, because then you can see the oxide shows up better on dark colors.
Teresa, Rosetta's asking, what would denim work? Have you ever done denim?
No, I haven't. I don't know.
If it depends maybe on the texture.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it on your leg?
Yeah. These are pretty worn. I can try it. Now, you've seen me using a block. You know, I didn't start out, when I demoed it last time, I didn't really use a block. But then I just feel like I can get more pressure with it. So it's really up to you. You can just, you know, press it with your hands if you're strong enough. I just thought it was easier. So if you don't have a block, that's okay. You can do it without
What
it.
if you have a piece of wood, block of wood, or with nothing?
Yeah.
Do you want to try jeans? Do you want to try my jeans or your jeans? You want to feel mine and see how they look, how they feel?
Yours feel like maybe they might be a little bit. See, mine are kind of washed out. I don't know if the texture is going to be there.
Now, if I
was just thinking I could sit on it. That might make a better texture.
Well, I was just thinking that somebody could, if you had a pair of jeans, you could do your back pocket.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
You don't have to do my butt today, Teresa. But I think if you did like a back pocket, that would be really neat.
Do you want to press it on your leg?
Sure. They also said you could do the burlap.
I could try mine.
Oh, here, we can do it. They also suggested do the burlap and put the blue ink on it. Maybe that new blue that's coming.
Yeah,
Is it
the
ready?
new blue, yeah.
I'm pushing really hard.
It should be good.
I don't know how it looks. We're going to look and see.
Oh, it's not very deep.
It's not very deep. Maybe if you...
it gives you something of it. Well, see there, you got a wrinkle.
Oh, yeah, you got
some wrinkles. So it just kind of depends on what look you're going for, I guess.
I think a jean pocket would be neat. You know, the
yeah.
stitching
Oh,
across
yeah,
the
yeah.
back of the pocket. So
it's a texture.
Yeah.
Of
it was
something.
wrinkles because I had my leg up. I was trying to...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry, folks. Oh. I started shaping the wrong direction. Oh, gosh, Elena says it's like sitting on a copy machine. But with your pants on, right? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, a stitch seam.
Yeah, that would be good.
Kathy said a stitch seam would be neat.
Yeah.
You could use a towel. Barb suggested that.
Carpeting, or, I mean, there's so, you know, a window, your screen and a window would give you a nice image. Just a towel.
I think you could do that in blue, and it would probably look like fabric.
Yeah. It would be
very
fun.
cool. Oh, there's going to be lots of ideas popping up here.
So we've got lots of them now, so you won't call and say we're out of it, because we've got a lot. So
now the new Tim Holtz ink color is on its way to Memory Bound. We ordered it, I think it was on July 5th.
We're so excited.
Yeah, so the prize ribbon is coming. It's that, speaking of jeans, it's that neat blue color. And so it's not here yet, but it's on its way. So I'm sorry I'm laughing. I had a little squirrel moment. Elena said she could do it on her face for wrinkles. Oh my gosh. Oh, you guys are so funny.
We'll have the ink color.
Hey, Teresa, a tire tread.
Oh, that would be good.
Chicken wire. How about jewelry?
Yep.
Lots of things. So if you are interested, okay, now we'll squirrel back, in the Tim Holtz new color prize ribbon.
Yes.
Give us a call, send us an email, and we'll reserve so you can get it on the first batch.
Yeah, and I'll be making samples once it gets here.
Absolutely.
So
Teresa always is so good about using the new ink colors. So everyone, happy Monday. Thanks for joining us. We're Memory Bound, which maybe you figured that out unless you're new. And Teresa, thank you so much. You always have such a great demo on Mondays for us. Have a great day and stop in soon.
See you next week.